Okay, so welcome to Unit 8 Discounts and Coupons. So you can probably tell by the packet in front of you that that's what we were doing. So as usual, we're going to go through just a couple of quick definitions of some vocabulary, and I think these are all pretty obvious and pretty common, and I imagine you already know these. But a discount is just the deduction from the cost of an item. Right? It's going to be a percentage off, or it's going to be $10 off, or whatever, a dollar amount off. Okay, the sale price, obviously, that's the price of an item after a discount is given. Right? You get 20% off a $100 pair of shoes. The sale price is what you're going to pay at the register after that discount. A coupon, that's just a certificate, either paper or electronic, that discounts an item by a set dollar amount or percentage. Right, so a store isn't necessarily just going to automatically mark some merchandise down. They're going to make you do something to get that discount. You got to produce a piece of paper that you clipped out of a newspaper, or you've got to go to their website and clip a discount code or coupon code, something like that. Right? A specific kind of coupon is a conditional coupon. It's a kind of coupon where you have to meet certain conditions, right? You have to buy 2 to get 1 free. You have to buy 1, get 1 50% off. They're not just going to give you half off of one. You got to buy one first. Or instead of buying the 6-ounce bag of M&Ms, you have to get the whole full pound, family-sized bag of M&Ms. Right? So there's some condition to getting the discount. There's some strings attached. Okay, so primarily here, what we're talking about first is just discounts. And discounts are often made at a specific percentage. Okay, so this is the first table here in your packet, and we're going to talk about this for a sec. So, right, the total cost of any good like this is 100%, right? If you pay $100 for a $100 pair of jeans, you're paying 100% of that cost. Well, okay, so if you get a $5 discount on that item, well, how much are you paying? Well, you're going to be paying 95%, because these things always have to add up to 100%. Right? So if you get 10% off of something, then you're paying the remaining 90%. If you get 30% off something, you're paying the remaining 70%. So take a second, pause the video here if you have to, but fill in this table. And we're going to answer the questions right underneath here. So the first question, once you get that table filled in, is if an item is on sale for 35% off, what percent of its original cost will you pay? All right, well, if the discount is 35%, you'll be paying 65%, right? Because some portion of that cost doesn't just evaporate. What you pay and what the store gives you off, that was a terrible circle, has to add up to 100%. Okay. Next question down. If an item's on sale for 60% off, what percent of its original cost will you pay? Well, that's not on our table here, but we can figure that out easily. If 100 minus 35 is 65, and 100 minus 10 is 90, well, 100 minus 60%, right, is what? If you need a calculator, go for it. But you can probably do 100 minus 60 in your head. It's not on the table, but we can probably figure that out pretty easily. The next question, of course, here, all right, if an item's on sale for 80% off, what percent of its original cost will you pay? Okay, so we take 80% off, and we subtract. Okay, well, 100 minus 80 is 20. 20%. Right? And we can flip, if we wanted to, we could flip these headings around. If the discount is on this side, well then this is what you pay. If the discount is 80%, you pay 20%. We're just flipping who's responsible for which half of this transaction here. Okay, so the packet, as I originally printed it, I feel like has things a little bit out of order. Okay, so what I want to do next is I'm going to skip over a page here, and we're going to look at where'd it go? This question right here first. Okay, so quick exercise. It's the little, looks like the sale sticker. So what percentage of an item's cost will you pay if the item is discounted 30%? And we're just subtracting these percentages from 100%. 100 minus 30, 70%. 100 minus 40, 60%. 100 minus 55, 45%. 100 minus 70, 30%. All right, well, take a second here on your own and just in the packet here on this page. Answer this brainstorm question. What relationship do you notice between an item's percent discount and the percent that you pay? Okay. How is this number changing compared to how this number is changing? Just a brief description. You don't have to use any real specific economics kind of terminology. Just give me a brief description. And if you need to pause the video to do that, go for it. I just don't want to get too bogged down in what's going to be a relatively short video. Okay. So, here we're just going to, and this is the oh yeah, this is the part that they got a little bit out of order. What I want to do here is this one. Okay, so this is the table that's in your packet right under the thing that we just did. So this is finding discounts and sale prices. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to take the cost of a thing, apply a discount, and figure out what we're going to be paying. All right. Well, we have two ways of doing that before we get to the table. Okay, we've got method 1, method 2. First method is we take the cost of a thing, $100. We figure out what the percent discount is, and the dollar value that percent represents, and then subtract from 100 to get a sale price, right? So if I want, jeans are on sale for 35% off. So if I want to know what 35% of $100, because they say that's the original cost of the pants, okay, I can't put this into the calculator the way it is. I need to make 35% a decimal. And to do that, I just, instead of 35 point whatever, I move that decimal to the left and I make it 0.35. Of, well, I can change of to times 100. 35% of 100. I put that in the calculator and I get 35. So that's $35. That's the discount. Okay, $100 minus $35 leaves I'm paying $65 for those pants. The other way I could do it, method 2 here, is I say, well, okay, I'm getting a 35% discount, which means I'm paying 65%, right? We can just refer back to that table at the beginning. Okay, well, now if I want to know what 65% of 100 is, okay, 65, not percent, but 0.65 of 100 equals, stick that in the calculator, and this number obviously comes out nicely to $65. Either way, I'm getting the same thing. It's just a couple different ways of looking at it. Super. Well, we're going to do this. So I don't want to just walk through the whole thing with you here because I have a limited amount of time on the video. But this is what I want you to do in this table. We have the original cost of a pair of shoes. They want to take 40% off. So we calculate what 40% of $120 is. And then subtract $120 minus our discount. All right. Well, let's do this here. We have a $40 shirt. We're taking 20% off. So 0.20, right? 20% as a decimal, 0.20 times 40. 20% of 40. So that's going to give us $8 for the discount, the dollar value of the discount. 40 minus 8, that's going to be a $32 shirt. So do that for those others here. Now, here's the one that I want to end on. We may not get to finish this packet today. But what I want you guys to do is figure out whether or not these sale prices at a store are correct. Did they do their math correctly? So we start off with a chair. We go to buy a chair. It's $200 as far as the price tag goes. The discount, they say, is 40%, leaving 60% for us to pay. 60% of $200 is actually, if you run that through your calculator, $120. So if they're trying to charge this, inaccurate. They were wrong. They had a problem with the sign, a problem in their computers, something. Okay, we'll do the blanket here, just to give you another look at this, and then you guys can do the rest of these tables on your own. Okay. So we have a $45 blanket with 20% off. Okay, so if the discount is 20, then we're paying 80%. So 0.8 times 45, so 80% of 45 is $36. That's what we should be paying. That's what they're charging us. Good. We're good. Okay, so that's essentially all I need you guys to do on this table. Now, assuming you may have a little bit more time, what I would like you to do, and hopefully we have enough information that we can get to this part, and you don't need it explained too much. This question here, where they're talking about this plant at a nursery that you really like that costs $58. Walk your way through that, see how you organize that problem, and let me know what answers you come up with by obviously filling them in. So, as usual, don't forget to put your name on this and put it in the basket on your way out of the room. All right, good luck.